Good morning. On our way up Broad Mountain to hit the highest point in Mifflin County, Pennsylvania. Joined by my friends Mike and Jim.
Hey.
And I'm glad Mike spoke up because we're on a trail system that's going to connect to the MidState Trail.
Yep.
And so like this is so much better than bushwhacking, especially in this warmer weather where we're hitting a lot of ticks and potentially rattlesnakes. I don't think there's a high likelihood, but in thick laurel like this, when you can't even see your feet, why take a chance? I'm not sure if we're in Mifflin County right now. We might be in center, and we're walking due south, and the top of the mountain, I need to get home and look at the maps again. I think the top of the mountain may actually be the county line, but the top of the mountain is Mifflin County High Point. Check back in at the top. All right, we're on the MidState Trail, heading to the highest point in Mifflin County. Beautiful view of the fog in the valley, but check out the Allegheny Mound Builder mound. And I don't want to hurt any of them, but they're working. Just for perspective, there's my hand. I mean, these things are huge. What are you guys saying? 4+ feet across at the base?
Oh yeah.
That is so wild. You can see these along Interstate 80 near the White Deer exit, but I don't see them on the east side of the Susquehanna. So around where I'm from in Danville, I've not seen them. They seem to be more like just west of the Susquehanna River in Union and Snyder counties. All right, finally going up this Chestnut Oak on top of Broad Mountain, high point of Mifflin County. Had a horrible time getting my line in this tree. It's just really tricky with all the other trees around, but thanks to teamwork, we got it. We're gonna do a 2-man test on this thing.
Tell me exactly what you want me.
And just grab above me and take your feet off the ground, see if it'll hold us both. I think we're good. If you're able to pull some of the slack as I go up, it'll make my life a little easier. You don't need to pull real hard, just enough to feed it through. All right, let me just stop, look at my gear. Everything looks good. When I'm done, do you want to climb? Either of you guys?
I don't think I'm confident enough to know. If there's time.
I'll install a friction saver then. In the outer pouch. Flip that thing over. Yeah, I think it's in. I can't see. There's a leaf between us, but you're in the right area. I think it was on the right side. Yeah. Thanks. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut this dead limb off just so we don't get jabbed on our way down. Going up. I'm gonna put the friction saver on, and then I'm gonna take in the view. What the heck am I doing? Cool. Nice, so what I've just done is this is now wrapped around the limb so that my rope will be going through this device right here and the friction won't be on the tree. I prefer to install them from the ground, and there's a trick to do it, but couldn't get it done today. Let's take in the view. It's wild. Let me turn this way. Wow. Point to Lewistown, Mike. All right, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it should be if the fog's not completely covered, there should be a pretty noticeable gap between Reedsville and Vernon Mills.
Yeah, there's the mountain comes down, there's a gap there, so Lewistown's kind of down there in the valley where they still have fog. What is it, about 10 a.m., 10:30?
Yep, 20 to 11, yeah.
So it's almost 11 o'clock and they still got valley fog. This is a chestnut oak we climbed today. They love these ridge tops. Chestnut oak are real common on ridge tops like this. And the lumber is now sold usually as white oak. But it's not white oak, it's chestnut oak. What else do people call this? Rock oak, I've heard it called.
Yeah.
When you guys grew up, they call it rock oak or chestnut oak?
Rock oak. Yeah.
My dad always called it chestnut oak. All right, these white flowers over there, that's a shadberry. Some people call them serviceberry or juneberry. I like the name shadberry because it corresponds to the time of the year when the shad would return. Migratory fish coming up from the ocean. Make sure everything's good. Okay, so if I didn't mention, this is Rothrock State Forest. All right, Jim, get the stuff out of your pockets or that won't feel good, and you can go as high as you want. Good work, team.
Good job.
Okay, Mifflin County climb is done. We're heading now down to Rendezvous with some folks. We invited a lot of forestry friends from Penn State, and we're gonna try and now go hit the Huntingdon County high point. We're heading, it's, you know, as the crow flies, it's only a few miles to our west, but it's kind of tricky to get there by vehicle, so we're gonna have to do some shuttling and then we'll regroup for a big forester gathering. I don't know how many people to expect, but it should be kind of fun. I invited all the folks I knew at Penn State Forestry. The ticks have been horrible today. I might have set my personal record for ticks on my legs from a hike, which is surprising because we came up on a pretty cleared path where we're not touching a whole lot of branches. Like what few things we're bumping into, we're picking up a lot of ticks. So, and unfortunately they are the bad ticks. I'm seeing a whole variety of species, but definitely the kind that carry limes and what is it, anaplasmosis?
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah. I've had a lot of friends catch that, the newer tick disease, and my one friend said, he's a doctor, he said it's the sickest he's ever been in his life. Sicker than COVID, sicker than the flu. So trying to be more mindful than ever about ticks, but I also love the woods, so I want to be out in the woods. I'm not a huge fan of chemicals, so I usually don't douse myself in DEET or anything else either. But I try to practice smart clothing choices. You know, you want as many layers as you can, and then you also just have to thoroughly check yourself as you're getting in and out of the shower. That's the name of the game, is get the ticks off of you as quickly as you can. I think the newer disease, that anaplasmosis, I think the tick only has to be in you for a short period of time to transmit the disease. I'm not an expert, sorry. So go learn more. The internet is a wonderful thing at times. All right, so Jim is standing by an American chestnut tree. Unfortunately does have signs of the blight. It probably isn't gonna make it much longer, but that's, what do you think, almost a foot in diameter?
Yeah, good 10 inches at least, yep.
Pretty cool. And we're looking to the north. Beautiful view. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous day to be in the woods. This is a cool spot. So we're hiking out on what I believe to be an old skid road where logs would have been skidded out of the woods from a timber harvest, probably using mules or horses. And that has become this trail. Did we come up this?
Yeah.
Gee, I don't remember it being this steep. But
The nymphs can be carrying stuff. Because don't they have to like bite something that has it first? Like they're not born with